Hi guys, I'm just making this video today to compare two mouse pads. We have the Roccat Hiro here and the Roccat Hiro Plus here. They're essentially from the same manufacturer, but the Roccat Hiro Plus is a successor to the Roccat Hiro. So I was in the market to buy a new mouse pad, and after doing some research, I fell upon a couple of reviews of the Roccat Hiro, which really took me by surprise because it has some outstanding features that other mouse pads don't have. When I was on Amazon looking for a Roccat Hiro, I noticed that there was also the Roccat Hiro Plus. So I didn't know which one to buy really, and I wanted to make sure I made the right purchase decision. So I bought both. I couldn't find any review online, essentially, or any articles or anything reviewing the Roccat Hiro Plus. So I'm doing this today to maybe perhaps inform individuals to make a proper purchase decision. So let's go into details to what you're getting for the price here. So the major selling points or the features for the Roccat Hiro, both of them, essentially the first one would be that the surface on top is actually vulcanized silicon rubber. So what does that mean? So basically vulcanization is the process where we harden rubber by treating it with sulfur at high temperatures. So I believe they did this in an effort to really bump up the durability of the mouse pad. It should last a very, very, very long time. The second feature they have is they have a non-slip shock absorbing base on the other side. If you take a look, it's very grippy, to say the least. I can't really say anything about the shock absorbent. I mean, I don't have any discomfort using it, so it must be working. But I can tell you now, this will not move off your desk. It's very, very, very grippy, at least on smooth surfaces. They also have another feature called Covert Tech Surface Treatment. It's for ultra quiet gliding and supreme tracking performance. Again, I haven't had any issues with noise, and it seems like it tracks quite well. So I can't disagree with that point. We have a power bonded construction also with smooth rounded edges that won't fray. So the way they did this is they actually have the top vulcanized layer power bonded. So I believe they actually glued it under pressure to the bottom non-slip surface. This is to prevent fraying and hopefully increase durability. I've only had it for about 2 weeks now, and I gotta say it's holding up pretty well. I can't see any problems or issues. The rounded edges are really nice. They don't hurt the wrist. I'm really impressed with that. The other feature they have is force field protective coating. So what that is in essence is that they kind of made like I'd say water resistant coating to the mouse pads, and we can demonstrate this by taking a quick cleaning solution, grabbing a rag. When your mouse pad is dirty mid game, or you spill something on it, you don't want downtime. Most cloth pads are gonna get really, really wet, and you won't be able to use them. It's not the case with these though. You see, I just sprayed it with a solution, give it a couple wipes, and boom, they are both instantly dry to the touch. Now, essentially, the Roccat Hiro feels a little bit drier than the Roccat Hiro Plus, and we'll probably go into details as to why that may be the case in a few minutes. So that's the water repellent coating, and they obviously sell you on the point that this is premium materials, which I don't doubt. One area of concern for me, or one thing that kind of stood out, is the packaging these come in. The Roccat Hiro Plus comes in a box folded on itself like most of the other mouse pads, and as opposed to the Roccat Hiro, the original one, comes in this neat little packaging. It came in flat, and we'll go into details as to why that's important. So essentially, the first thing I noticed off the bat, having both side by side, and this again has to do with the packaging, is that the Roccat Hiro Plus, which is the successor, still doesn't sit absolutely flush with the desk. It keeps this rolled up shape. It's been 2 weeks. I've done a couple things to kind of flatten it out. I'll show a picture here in a couple moments, but essentially I wasn't able to. It still holds that curved up shape as it came in the box like this, like most of the other mouse pads, and that was a little bit of a letdown because it's a very awkward feeling to be gliding your mouse around, and all of a sudden you get to the edges and there's a little bit more resistance because they're kind of curved upwards. The original Roccat Hiro does not have that issue. It came in a flat packaging, and it's beautifully flat on the desk. There is absolutely no concerns there. So I'm very happy about the initial or the original packaging, not so happy about the successor's packaging. There is a minor difference also in the textures of both. The Roccat Hiro has more of a rubbery surface. Like it feels like rubber plastic, as opposed to the Roccat Hiro Plus. I believe they kind of toned it down a little bit. It feels more like a cloth mouse pad. Both of them are vulcanized rubber on the top. I believe them. That's not the issue here. I just believe that perhaps this one is has a little bit more vulcanization going on, and then they kind of turned it down on the other. I'm not on the generation afterwards. I'm not sure why. And that just brings to the following point, that there is a difference in feel. The Roccat Hiro, with the more vulcanized plastic-like surface, has incredible glide. I mean, it's just effortless to get the mouse on it. It just I can't even explain. It feels like you're just gliding on air, as opposed to the Roccat Hiro Plus. The surface a little bit more cloth-like, so there's a little bit more resistance. Not holding in consideration that the sides are a little bit bolstered, but it just feels like it's not as easy to kind of fling the mouse around. Slightly, okay, slightly noticeable, but slightly. I'll be showing a video now, a little clip of just a side-by-side comparison of mice going down the mouse pads, just to show you guys that there is a difference. As you can see, the Roccat Hiro original one, the mouse just travels down much quicker, or at least noticeably quicker than the Roccat Hiro Plus. So that's the difference in the top texture. What does that mean for the end user? Essentially, what I believe will kind of help you guys make a purchase decision are two aspects. We have the Roccat Hiro, which is two things going for it. It has the more glide or speed surface, so your mouse will move a lot quicker and easier on this mouse pad. The Roccat Hiro Plus has more of a control surface, like a control mouse pad, where it's less easy to move around. So maybe perhaps you'll feel better with it. It really depends what your preference is, whether you like a more speedy mouse pad or you like a more control mouse pad. So that's one of the main differences between the two that I'd like to point out. And furthermore, I think something that is a little bit of a letdown for me is the packaging. The way the mouse pad came in, sorry. It's just I don't know why they moved from the flat packaging to the box packaging. I haven't been able to get the Roccat Hiro Plus flat on my desk. Might be a minor detail to most, but I mean, when you're paying around $50 for a mouse pad, you expect it to work right out of the box without having to wait or without having to make any adjustments or anything like that. And unfortunately, for the Roccat Hiro Plus, even to this point, it's to this day, 2 weeks later, it's still not laying flat on my desk, and I'm not exactly sure what I can do to fix that. In my personal preference, I really do wish that they would use the original packaging again, which was a flat surface. It was fantastic packaging. You take it out of the box and it's ready to go. With this, box packaging for the Roccat Hiro Plus that they decided to use, the mouse just retains its rolled up shape. The mouse pad retains its rolled up shape, and it's just it's quite a shame, especially for the money that we pay. I hope that was beneficial and you guys learned a couple things in the video. I hope you guys are going to be able to make a better purchase decision at this point, now that you know what the differences are between the previous generation Roccat Hiro and the successor or new generation Roccat Hiro Plus. Thank you guys.